Herbie Goes Bananas. B-N-N-A-N-A-S. Find out why after the jump.
There he is, in a car!
Greetings, programs. Herbie was no doubt Disney's first multi-million-dollar franchise. When adjusted for inflation, the domestic box office gross for the first 3 films comes out to a jaw-dropping $600 million. That's more domestic money than Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, The Dark Knight Rises, and Back to the Future. Not bad for a 1960s family comedy. It was a good run for Herbie throughout the 1970s, but by the end of the decade, he was clearly beginning to show his age as a reliable moneymaker. After the release of 1977's Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, franchise star Dean Jones left the studio, and the once reliable Disney gimmick comedy formula was no longer drawing audiences to theaters. The formula was exposed. Audiences wanted thrills, excitement, wonder, everything that the Love Bug was not. Which leads us to 1980's Herbie Goes Bananas, where we find our lovable Volkswagen Beetle in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Why? Because the gimmick demanded an exotic locale for shooting. Duh. The cities of Tijuana and Guadalajara doubled for Central and South America, but the film's biggest sequence was actually shot on location in the Panama Canal zone. Here we find Herbie desperate to catch up with his owners, and the only way to do so was to cut through the historic Panama Canal. Now it seems logical that in order to complete the scene, Herbie would have to be towed through the canal. However, production was concerned that the tow chains might actually snag the canal's machinery, so a Volkswagen Beetle with an outboard motor installed was used for the sequence. So why make an intro video for this at all? There clearly isn't a ton of production notes. Herbie Goes Bananas marks yet another pivot for the Walt Disney Studios. Upon its theatrical release, it made less than half of its predecessor in box office grosses, with just $57 million. Like I said before, audiences wanted new excitement and new thrills. The writing was on the wall. Herbie as a franchise was retired to the scrapyard, and it also marked the end, once and for all, for the Disney gimmick comedy formula. All things become new again, though, even if it's just for a little while. Herbie would return in 1982 with series star Dean Jones with the short-lived The Love Bug television show. Then again in 1997 in the television film starring Bruce Campbell. But our audacious Volkswagen will have one more lap around the theatrical racetrack in 2005's Herbie Fully Loaded. Starring Cloris Leachman, Charles Martin Smith, Harvey Korman, and Stephen W. Burns, director Vincent Michiviti presents Walt Disney Pictures' 1980 film, Herbie Goes Bananas.
Okay, Ocho, you got it now. Get him to him.
So that's it. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, a soda, and hit play on Disney+. I'm curious to know what your memories and your thoughts are on Herbie Goes Bananas. Please let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this Disney Plus ready introduction, please go ahead and tap that like button, and for more Disney Plus videos and intros, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, thanks so much. End of line.